If you receive Social Security, SSI, or disability benefits, September could expose a banking problem you have been ignoring for years. A wrong routing number may delay your payment. An old joint account could create questions about your eligibility. And a phone call from someone claiming to be Social Security could be the beginning of a direct deposit scam. The most important detail is that there is no single new Social Security bank rule affecting every senior in America. Several different policies and procedures are being discussed, and confusing them could cost you time, money, or peace of mind. Before September arrives, you need to know which rule applies to you, which claims are exaggerated, and what action is actually safe. But there is one distinction that many alarming videos leave out, and it determines whether your regular retirement check is affected at all. Here is what is happening. The Social Security Administration, the U.S. Treasury, and financial institutions continue to tighten electronic payment and identity verification procedures. The goal is to reduce fraud, prevent criminals from redirecting benefits, and move federal payments away from paper checks. The Treasury's electronic payment policy has become increasingly important because beneficiaries who rely on mailed checks may need to arrange direct deposit, a direct express card, or request a documented hardship exception. The exact transition timing can depend on the person's circumstances, so do not rely on a social media deadline alone. Verify your status through an official government channel. For most people receiving Social Security retirement, Social Security disability insurance, or survivor benefits under Title II, the balance in a bank account does not determine whether the monthly benefit continues. These programs generally do not impose a savings or resource limit. In other words, having money in a checking account does not automatically cancel a regular retirement or disability benefit. That is very different from Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. SSI is a needs-based program administered by the Social Security Administration. Because eligibility is based partly on limited income and resources, bank account information can matter. SSA procedures allow financial institutions to be used for verification in certain SSI cases, including eligibility reviews and redeterminations. A forgotten savings account, an account held jointly with a family member, or money that is actually intended for someone else can create confusion if ownership is not documented. This is the first major warning. A headline that says every senior's bank account is being searched is misleading. The issue is mainly relevant to people whose benefits are subject to financial resource rules, especially SSI recipients. It does not mean that every person receiving ordinary retirement benefits is being subjected to a new nationwide asset test. Still, even if you receive regular Social Security, your bank information matters for a different reason. If your routing number or account number is outdated, your deposit may be delayed or returned. If your account was closed, your name changed, or your bank merged with another institution, the information on file may no longer match reality. That is why the first practical step is simple. Compare the bank account receiving your Social Security payment with the information in your official My Social Security account. Never use a link sent in a text message or email. Type the official SSA website address into your browser yourself, or use the Social Security app or a trusted bookmark. If you cannot manage the account online, call the official SSA number 1-800-772-1213 and ask how to verify or update your direct deposit information. Here comes the twist. Under anti-fraud procedures, changing direct deposit may require stronger identity verification than it did in the past. A beneficiary may be directed to use a verified My Social Security account or visit a Social Security field office. A phone call alone may not be enough to reroute payments, particularly when the request involves changing the destination account. That inconvenience is designed to stop criminals who use stolen personal information to redirect benefits. But it also means you should not wait until the day your payment is missing to discover that your account credentials do not work. If you have not accessed your My Social Security account in a long time, try to sign in before September. You may be asked to use login.gov or ID.me for identity verification. If you cannot complete the process online, contact SSA through its official channels and ask whether an in-person appointment is required. Do not pay anyone who promises to unlock your Social Security account or protect your bank information. Scammers understand that seniors are worried about payment delays. They may call pretending to be an SSA employee, treasury official, bank representative, or fraud investigator. They may say your account will be closed unless you confirm your social security number, debit card PIN, online password, or one-time security code. That is not how you should respond. Hang up. Do not call back the number displayed on caller ID. Do not click a text message link. Contact the agency or bank using a number printed on an official statement or found by typing the organization's official website into your browser. The second major issue involves debt collection. Some federal debts can be referred to the Treasury Offset Program. If an offset applies, a portion of a federal payment may be withheld to collect an eligible debt. This is not the same as a bank freezing every dollar in your account, and it is not a brand new September rule that automatically affects all seniors. There are also federal protections for certain benefits when banks process garnishment orders. Under Treasury rules, financial institutions generally review accounts receiving protected federal benefits and may automatically safeguard an amount based on qualifying direct deposits. The exact protection depends on the benefit, the deposit history, the type of legal order, and the circumstances of the account. State law and specific exceptions can also matter. So if your payment is smaller than expected, do not assume the bank stole it, and do not assume Social Security made a mistake. Check the payment record, review any official notice, and ask whether the reduction was caused by an overpayment recovery, Medicare premiums, a Treasury offset, taxes, or another authorized adjustment. This is where the emotional impact becomes real. For a senior living on a fixed income, even a 1-week delay can mean choosing between groceries and a utility bill. A return deposit can trigger overdraft charges, late rent, missed prescription payments, or a damaged credit history. An SSI payment suspended because of an unresolved resource question can create months of stress while records are gathered and reviewed. But panic can make the situation worse. Moving money rapidly between accounts, closing an account without confirming the next deposit, or giving a stranger remote access to your computer may create additional problems. Keep copies of bank statements, benefit notices, account closure letters, and correspondence with SSA. If a joint account contains money that belongs to another person, gather clear documentation and ask SSA how to report or explain the arrangement. Do not simply ignore a notice. SSI recipients should pay especially close attention to letters requesting financial information or scheduling a redetermination. Read the deadline carefully. If you do not understand the request, contact SSA, a legal aid organization, an accredited benefits counselor, or another qualified assistance provider. A missed deadline can lead to suspension or overpayment issues, but a notice is not the same as a final decision. You may have rights to appeal, request reconsideration, or submit evidence. Regular retirement and SSDI beneficiaries should focus on payment security rather than rumors about a new asset limit. Confirm the correct bank account, protect the online account, monitor deposits, and report suspicious changes immediately. If a payment goes to the wrong account because of fraud, contact both SSA and your financial institution as soon as possible. Speed matters because banks may have procedures for tracing or recalling an unauthorized electronic transfer. And remember the September payment calendar. SSI payments may arrive on a schedule that differs from ordinary retirement benefits, while retirement and SSDI payments are commonly organized around birth dates and other eligibility factors. A payment not arriving on the first day of the month does not automatically mean it has been stopped. Check the official schedule and your personal payment record before calling it missing. There is another detail scammers exploit, the word bank rule. They use it to make a fake policy sound official. They may claim that every senior must open a second account, pay a verification fee, transfer money into a protected account, or send a photo of a government ID through an unverified app. Those demands are red flags. Social Security does not require you to pay a private person to keep your benefits. The Treasury does not ask you to move money to a stranger's account to prevent a freeze. Your bank will not ask for your full password or one-time code, so an unknown caller can secure your deposit. Before September, write down the official numbers you may need. SSA at 1-800-772-1213, your bank's fraud department from the back of your debit card, and the Social Security Office of the Inspector General for reporting suspected scams. Use official websites, not search advertisements or social media links. If you receive SSI, review every account connected to your name and every joint account you have access to. If you receive retirement or SSDI benefits, do not let a dramatic headline convince you that your savings automatically threaten your eligibility. The real risk may be an outdated deposit instruction or a stolen online identity. The clock is moving and September is close. Your next payment may arrive normally, but that does not mean your account is protected from the next scam, verification request, or banking error. Check the account. Check the notices. Check the source. And if someone contacts you claiming that a secret Social Security bank rule will cancel your benefits unless you act immediately, remember this: the pressure may be the warning, not the rule. Stay with Briefing Zone because the next update could reveal which September deadlines are officially confirmed, which are only proposals, and which alarming claims were never government policy in the first place.